Most in Christ bless this also Eliana, you know, cuts of the street, Netherlands, yeah. Who I got in front of me today?
Zoe Steckel. I'm not prepared, but I am.
Yeah, okay, but what's your name?
Zoe Steckel.
Oh, Zoe Steckel. Okay, Zoe Steckel. Okay. Catching, you know. Okay. Nice to meet you. Today we have a topic. The topic is, did you hear of the Kwaku Festival?
Yes, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
right?
tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. Now the question is this. Are you going to there?
No, I've only even been one time in my life, and I just spoke to my mom who said she's going, but I'm not.
Okay. So, let me say, did you ever went to it?
One time, yeah.
Okay, and how was your experience?
I was so little, I wouldn't know exactly anymore. I'm sorry. So I've not been, but I've been, but I can't remember how to. All I remember was people having fun, people being nice dressed, and a lot of good food.
Okay. We like that good food.
Yes. I feel like this is a trick question. What's gonna?
No, it's not a quick. It's not a quick trash question. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, you know, we're just gonna ask some questions, see what are your thoughts, what are you feeling with it, what do you know about it. You understand? To get a better picture. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, then I wanted to ask, like, okay, what does Kwaku mean to you, that festival? But basically, if you been there one time, basically, like, it is not your thing, right?
It's not that it's not my thing. It's just that I've never really mixed with my own culture, which is a bad thing, I know. But I've grew up in my head in such a wide world. It was only, I think, 4 or 3 years ago that I took a deep dive into my culture and understood what happened with slavery and the connections to the Netherlands and America and all of that. So it's not that it's not my thing. It's just that I wasn't really, how do you say it? I wasn't really... No. I just wasn't hanging with people who were always going there. Yeah, that's more the thing. But I still don't have the urge to go today, to be honest.
Okay. But do you know what's the meaning of Kwaku? What does it mean?
Correct? Oh my God. Please don't hate me if I'm not correct. If I'm correct, this is about freeing the slaves.
Yeah, right? About abolishment of slavery, right? Yeah, right. So, okay, by knowing that now, right, goes about our people, about freeing our people, right, and the abolishment, right, you know what they did, right, in that time period. Okay, now the next question is this then. Where does Kwaku come from? Where did he came from?
I'm afraid you're gonna say it comes from the white people who organized this party.
No. I mean, what I mean with that is his ethnicity, where his roots come from back.
Oh my God.
You must know, you Suriname, right?
Oh, from Suriname, the colony, Netherlands.
Cromanti say something to you?
No,
word?
I was born in Crony, but Cromanti doesn't say anything to me too.
Okay, there's a village in Suriname where they speak the Cromanti language, and these people have still the language that originate in Ghana. That's why a Ghanaian person went to Suriname. To the village, and he spoke his language to the people, and they spoke it back to him, and they couldn't understand each other. So the language was never gone, because don't forget, the Maroons, they fled in the bushes from the slave master, and they keep some of the traditions and the language, and they keep it in the village, in their culture themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
I know. My aunt actually moved to Africa, to Ghana, because we're originally from there. I'm from Crony. I was born in Crony, but I don't think it has anything to do with the tribe you were just telling about. Or
well,
city.
you have to do something, because we are still the same people in the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? But I want to show you something. Like, there's a tribe in Ghana, right? And they call themselves the Ashanti tribe, right? Okay. Wait a second. And they call like the Cromanti, the Ashanti, right? They come from there. Okay. Did you know that the Ashanti people, that they are written in the Bible?
No.
And that give their true nationality. You understand?
Where in the Bible is?
Let me read it. Give me the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 6 and verse 57 to establish something.
Wow.
Come a little closer here.
6.
Yeah, 1 Chronicles chapter 6 and verse 57.
I feel like I'm gonna go back one day and they're gonna tell me I'm their queen. I've dreamt that since I was a little girl, so it must be true.
So that means you have to work to something to be on that status too. You understand what I'm saying? You know,
100%. Yeah.
you know, understand the same like if a man would say, "I'm a king," he have to do things what a king does do, right? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Okay, read that.
The book of First Chronicles, was it chapter 7 and verse 57. And to the son of Aaron, they give the cities of Judah, namely Hebron.
Okay, this they give. Read it again. Read it again. Let me listen good.
And to the son of Aaron, they give the city of Judah, namely Hebron.
Okay, the city of Judah. Let me establish something. 59.
59. And Ashan.
Who?
And Ashan.
What?
And Ashan.
You see that? So the Ashan, that means they come from the tribe of Judah, because Ashanti means people of Ashan. So who is this? Who is this?
And Ashan.
You see that they come from the tribe of Judah. So you understand what I'm saying? So that goes straight back to what? To the Israelites. They were the real Jews. That's why they have you.
That I know. I know that.
What?
I've taken a deep dive into that. Yes.
Okay.
Like I said many years ago, a few years ago, I was like, okay, where do we come from? What does this? I took a deep dive in them being the real Jews, but sorry, every time I try to go into that discussion with people, especially Jewish people, they don't want to hear it.
You know why?
It's not true.
You know why?
Because they know it's true.
They know it's true. That's a fact. You're saying that what you're saying is not right. So basically, if you know that they are the real Jews, right, and they are basically your people, what does that make you?
Oh God, I don't. Maybe
Listen, okay, I'm gonna do it slow. If you know and you establish that the people of Ashan, the people of Ghana, that they are the real Jews, right? And you come from there, right? That's your ancestors. What does that make you?
Jewish.
Jewish of a Jew?
Oh, a Jew. Sorry, not Jewish, because Jewish means you're not really Jew. You're Jew-ish.
Yeah, that's facts. You're speaking facts. You're speaking facts. That's right. That's right. You're fully right. So by knowing that, you cannot say you're a Surinamese anymore.
I know. I have tried it for a period, being like, I'm a Jew. And I tried it, saying it. I'm not going to lie.
What do you mean tried with it?
To see how people react when I say that I'm a Jew.
But should we go about their opinion, or should we do what is our heritage or what belongs to us?
I agree. It's about the last one. What's our heritage and what belongs to us?
Yeah, right. I don't care what nobody thinks of it, right? I got to do, I am who I am, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Basically, right? Okay, by knowing all that, and you knowing all that that you are a Jew, there are certain things that we have to do. Because let me dive a different direction now. I'm gonna. What you said? Wait, sister. Wait.
Oh yeah, you said
What you said?
you have to do. I'm like, oh my God, am I sinning? What? Okay, please tell me.
Okay, so basically what I want to ask now is this. What is the reason, also according to God, right? When you see the Bible, this is a black man's book. Everybody in this book is black, people of color. When it took place, it was in Africa. And we know back in the civilization that time, there was black people, right? So now the question is this. Why did we went in slavery?
Well, you guys know first it was actually okay. I'm gonna say how how it came to my research, and then you can tell me or correct me or whatever. It was actually when white people came into Africa, and they actually made deals with the kings there to enslave some people. But then they also were the ones that got enslaved. So that's how most of Africans got enslaved.
In a way, you have some points. In a way, you miss some points. Okay. Don't forget, the Europeans, they went to the Nilotic real African people, because we are not Africans. When they sold us, they said Negro for sale. They didn't say Africans for sale. And like, you know, if you know some historical facts, Somalian people, they sold us. They were slave masters. Okay. No. Okay. But they sold us. So the real Africans, the Nilotics, and the Arabs, they work together and they take a specific people and they sold them to the Europeans. We was also slaves under the Arabs by the sub-Sahara slave trade, but nobody want to talk about that. Mecca was a big slave port. One of the biggest at that time. You understand? So this is stuff that we don't know. But you said some good stuff, but I want to prove you biblically why did we went into slavery. You know a little bit of the Bible, right?
Yes, I have one at home.
Okay. Do you know Moses?
The story of Moses? Oh, God, I probably don't know it from the top of my head.
No, but you know Moses as character, right? As character, let me say, in the Bible, right? Okay. Let me read the book of Moses, what he said here, right? Give me Deuteronomy. So Moses was speaking, do you know to who?
Oh, God, no.
Deuteronomy 1:1. We got you, sis. We got you. You got you.
I don't have the answers.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 1.
No, give me Deuteronomy 1:1. Establish first for the sister to whom Moses was speaking.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Moses was speaking to who?
All Israel.
Okay, let me see to the audience, Israel, what he told them. The people of Ashanti, the people from Suriname, the people from Curaçao. Well, everywhere where the slave ship went, we are the same people. We are these people, the Jews. And I'm going to prove it.
Is it the same with African Americans?
Yes, because the slave ship went from where? Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, where they took our people, right? In the west coast, some of the south coast. That ship went to Curaçao as a port to stop, and from there it went to Suriname, it went to America. Like it was a distribution center. You understand what I'm saying? So let me read this now. Moses was speaking to the children of Israel. Let me see what he said.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
You know what I mean?
It shall come to pass means that it will happen?
Yeah, you on point. You on point. You shoot in, you know.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
What, he said religion?
All his commandments.
He said commandments.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he's saying, if you don't keep the commandments of the Most High, curses will come upon you. So he's saying that to the Israelites. A curse, is that something good or bad?
It's something bad. I want to know which commandment, and I also want to know why you said religion, not religion.
Okay, because the text, the scripture itself said commandments. He didn't say go be a Catholic, be a Baptist. We cannot read that nowhere in there. He just say a specific people keep my commandments. You understand? The same like if you have a parents and they tell you specific to you, you got to wash the dishes today. Just for instance, you understand?
Ask me if I'm religious. You guys, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I always say no, I'm not religious. However, I believe in God. I believe in the Word of God. But I don't see myself as a religious person, because for me it just means something else. I don't know how to explain it. I think the connection I have with God, the universe, the energy, everything, to me that's important. That's why I want to know the commandment, because then I know what to do.
That's good. That's very good to know that. So I'm going to show it, but first I want to prove you more detail that we are God's chosen people. And there was Moses was prophesying. He said this will happen in the future. That's when it says, when it shall come to pass. That means future tense, that if you don't keep the commandments, curses will come. Now we're going to read some curses, and we're going to line it historical now, facts with which people it comprehends, with which people you can say, hey, this happened with this specific people. You understand? So give me now 41.
Verse 40 and 1.
Stand me on this side. You.
Verse 1. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
So you're going to get sons and daughters, but you will not enjoy them because they're going to go into captivity. That means what? Slavery. Like the same like Kuta Kinte was a child when they took him and they bring him to the other side, to the Americas, right? There's children, right?
So why did it happen? Because they weren't obeying. But is this what you mean Does this mean it happened during, like, that was the slavery we're talking about, right?
So don't forget.
What didn't they do
Let me prove it more, and then I'm gonna come back to that. Okay. Okay. We go now to 48. No, give me 68 one time. Let me just shoot in one time home. Ba-bam. Let me go do that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he's saying now, God gonna bring you back into Egypt again. There we left Egypt, the Exodus, walking, because the land, right? There was no sea in between. We couldn't leave Egypt, right? Walking. So what does Egypt mean? What does it stand for? Let me read it. Because the Bible is also a dictionary. How can it be our home? Just give an example. We're going to read it. You know why it cannot be our home? Because the Jews, who we are, was 400 years slaves in Egypt under Pharaoh. And he didn't want to let us go. But what Moses had to say, let my people go. You understand? Read.
There's the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Yeah.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Okay, now I'm going to say what Egypt means.
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt stands for house of bondage, slavery. Now we're going to put in the proper context. When we read Egypt, we put house of slavery, that we can understand now.
68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Slavery, right?
Again.
So you're going back in slavery again, but this time?
With ships.
How the people went from Ghana to Suriname?
With ships.
How did from Nigeria went to Curaçao?
With ships.
How they went to Guyana?
With ships.
Can you tell me what did they do?
Now we go into for it, yeah? Because let me finish the verse, we go into it.
By the way whereof I speak unto thee.
So the same way Moses was telling us back in that time, he said it's going to happen like that. And it happened because it's historical facts now.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Our homeland, Jerusalem, as one nation, not divided as Suriname, Antillean, this and that. No, we never see it again as a nation.
And there.
So when we get off the slave ship, now the slave ship hits Suriname, right? No?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We will be sold to who?
Your enemies.
Read on.
For bondman.
Slave man.
And bondwoman.
Slave woman.
And no man shall buy you.
Nobody can redeem you. Not Kwaku, not Boni. All of them tried to save us, but they couldn't. Even Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Nate Turner, they all tried, but they all failed because he said already, nobody from this slavery is going to redeem you. But what's the reason that this happened? Let me read it again. 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So he's saying all this will happen if you don't listen to the voice of the Lord your God. What is the voice?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
If we didn't do why would we go into slavery?
To do all his commandments.
So if we do not do his commandments, all this punishment will happen.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these things, what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he's saying, you're going to go in slavery back again if you don't keep my commandments. So he leave an option for you. Give me that in Deuteronomy 11:26. You see? And then we're going to read some of these commandments that we have to keep and that we're breaking, and that's why we fell from the rightful place where we are supposed to be. Like what you said, right? You're supposed to be a queen, you said, right?
I want to know what the commandments were that were broken.
That's good.
And also I'm thinking, so I should never in my life date a Jew or a white man again.
You cannot date them.
I did that!
Oh, God! Oh, you went far astray. Oh, yeah.
Jewish!
Wow. Hey, sorry, man, I gotta say it. They are very nasty people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look,
people dating them.
You know why. I'm gonna show you why. Okay, I'm gonna show you why. Right? Just have patience.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 26.
Yeah.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
So he is saying to us, to our ancestors, today I set before you a blessing and a curse. The same as you are a parent, you have children. Hey, today I got a present for you, but, you know, I got also, if you do bad on school, I got some whooping for you too, you know.
A blessing if you obey the commandments.
A blessing when?
If you obey the commandments
Yes.
of the Lord,
Yes.
your God,
You see?
which I command you this day. And a curse
Yeah.
if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord, your God.
You see, that's very plain, right? Very clear, right?
But turn aside out of the way which I command you this day to go after other gods.
Going after other gods now. There's also a commandment that we're breaking. For instance, you have a big cross there, right? Do you know something about that cross?
The only thing I know, or okay, let me say it like this. Let me be really honest, because I've learned before that it's actually not good to have a cross with Jesus on it. I've learned that, but then
Wait. No, wait a second. You're gonna speak. I ain't trying to cut you. You said just something I want to know a little. I want to dive deeper in there. You understand what I'm saying? You said that you know, you learned or you hear something that a cross with Jesus on it is not good, right? That's what you said.
yeah, because
But wait a second. No, that person that is on that cross, right? Is that Jesus?
they say so.
They say so, but what do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know?
In that department I'm not educated.
Okay. I'm gonna show you just now, but speak.
Is it a wise man maybe? Okay, but then but I just like to have something from God, like the Spirit close to me.
But how do you get that spirit?
Well,
You think
I pray, I meditate, I do all those kind of things. I speak my thank yous. But I was in New York a month ago and I saw this necklace and I was like, I don't know, it was so weird because I was doubting. I was like, am I getting this? Am I not getting this? And also from a fashion point of view, I thought it was cool. I know it's bad. But yeah, I did it anyway and I doubted really long.
Okay, it's good that there was some doubt, you understand? But let me read it, let me establish it. Give me that. Habakkuk 2 and verse 18. Let me read about that. Because the historical behind of this, they went to the native Indians and they told them to believe in the cross. And if they would not believe that cross, they was burnt in front of their family. Even though if you look, listen to what I'm telling you. When you look the movie Amistad, you know that slave movie. You must know that one. When we was a slave coming on the ship, the priest with the cross, he sanctified us. And now we wearing a cross where they killed us with it. That make no sense, right?
So I melted
What you mean melted?
into something else?
Let me read what the Bible say.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 18. What profit the graven image?
What profit that graven image? Does it profit something? Can that save you? Can that bless you? Can that show you the way? Can that talk to you?
It can, but
Wait.
it reminds me when I see it, when I have it on me, it reminds me of what I believe in. Because I've attached that belief to it, not because that's what it does, if you know what I mean.
So you make your own belief.
No, I've attached the idea of the cross and God and Jesus.
But where is that in the Bible?
Yeah, but now I'm learning.
No. Just helping you for edification, you understand? And I gotta tell you some stuff, you understand? Because in the end of the day, you my sister, right? You understand?
Yeah.
So, say it, read it again.
What profit the graven image?
What profit that graven image? Because many of our people like that cross, put it on the car, right? But when they for the mirror to watch back, and when the car hits another car, they die or what the case be. That cross didn't do nothing.
That the maker thereof had graven it.
Now, who had made that image? The white people, the European people. In the Romans that killed Christ, they make that cross. That was the death sentence, right? The death sentence at that time.
The molten image.
Well, the image is molten for sure.
And a teacher of lies.
What does that thing teach?
A teacher of lies.
It's a teacher of lies.
That the maker of it, that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols.
What is that cross?
Dumb idols.
is a dumb idol because it can't save you, can't do nothing for you. And in slavery, they oppressed us with that cross. I got more. What? Because you wanted to know some commandments, and this is a commandment. But wait, before you, let me read one more, and then you ask that question. Deuteronomy 7 and verse 25. Give me Deuteronomy 7 verse 25. Yeah, Deuteronomy 7 and 25. I'm looking something for the sister. Here, let me show you this. You see this native Indian? His name was King Atahualpa, right? They told him he got to believe in the cross. If he would not believe it, that's why they have the wood here, they would blaze him and put him on fire. And he said this. He said about heaven. He say, but are you going to be in heaven? They say yes. He say, I'd rather die than go to heaven with you because what? They killed off the native Indians. You see this historical facts. They got movies. They got this everywhere. You see? And now we don't know because we don't know. We have a cross and we think it's normal. But they killed our ancestors with it. You understand? You understand?
I understand.
You see? But this is the truth. The truth shall make you free. You understand? That's why it's the reason why we're talking today. But let me read what we should do with that cross. Let me see. Let me see. And then we're going to see if you really want to be spiritual connected with God, if you really love Him. You understand what I'm saying?
Don't say that. That's
No, it's not mean. It's just helping you out because...
I really love him. I do.
Okay. Wait. Wait. Hold that. John 14:15. John 14:15. Let me prove something first before I'm going to read this, right? Because we got to go through a test. We all have to go through a test. A man can come to you and tell you, hey, you nice and you look good and I'm going to love you forever. But then he going to cheat on you. Then he don't marry with you. His actions show really what he about. So if we say we love God, check what we got to do.
This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If you love me...
Yeah, you see that stipulation. If you love me,
If you love me, keep my commandments.
Keep the commandments. You see, we broke them and we went into slavery. And we still in slavery today in the conditions how we live and everywhere where we are oppressed, right? But let me see what the commandments say about that cross.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 25. The graven image...
That graven image there, from silver...
Of their God.
Of their God, because that is their God. Yeah, I'm going to prove it. That's their God.
Shall you burn with fire.
What should we do with them images?
Burn with fire.
Okay, read on.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or the gold that is on them.
So we should not desire from the worth of it. So basically like silver may be expensive or gold expensive. He say don't desire that, right? Okay, read.
Nor take it unto thee.
Yes.
Lest thou be snared therein.
Read.
For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God.
Read.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination.
So that thing is an abomination, right? And what we cannot do with the abomination?
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house.
What?
Lest thou be...
read that piece again because you're going just now home, right?
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house.
You cannot bring that abomination in your house.
Lest thou be a cursed thing like it.
I think you don't want to be cursed like that thing, right?
No.
But thou shalt utterly detest it. And thou shalt utterly abhor it.
Yeah.
For it is a cursed thing.
That thing is a cursed thing around your neck.
So here's the thing. That's what I learned. And that's why I was doubting, because I've learned that all statues and things also in church is actually not a good thing. Like you cannot, how do you say it like in English? Like aanbidden, you cannot admire statues and things like that. That's what I've learned. So my question is...
Wait. Before you ask the question, what should you do? Because you said you...
burn it and not bring it into
So basically, you see that trash can there? So you see that? Basically... You can keep the chain itself, but that image you should take it off and
melt it and make something else.
Nah, most of the people ain't gonna do that. We know that. You know that.
No, I would do it.
How you gonna melt it? To what?
No, I mean I can go
But
to.
what you gonna? But
gonna be like, just
which store you going? Wait. Which store?
It's called like a jewelry store, and I'm just like melt it and make like something cute.
But wait, he told you you cannot bring it at home. No, but listen. No, but listen. Listen just a second. He told you don't bring it to your house. You go into your no, but now you know. You didn't know the truth yet. Now you know the truth. Now, just now you're gonna go home also, and you cannot bring that thing in your house because you're defiling also your house. What should you do? You should, you know what? I want to be.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.